like you. It could all be us. Pills to make the man, but that poison's gonna chew you from the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time. It's my time to ride it out. It's your time. Oh. Cheers to all the haters, 'cause you
All
proved
right,
to
baby.
me
Here's to all the haters. What's happening, everybody? Once again, it's 6 p.m. or close enough thereof on a Sunday, on a fall back Sunday. We got that extra hour of sleep. That's what I'm talking about. So we should all be up and energized. Not your boy. Not your boy. Let's go ahead and fade this music out. And let me welcome you once again to the recording of the podcast known as Going Full Nerd. Hey, this is the cool part about it. I'm glad that each and every one of you could join me every Sunday for the recording of the podcast Going Full Nerd that you can find, shameless plug time now, that you can find on anchor.fm/Going Full Nerd, that you can also find on Spotify, iTunes Podcast, Amazon Podcast, where else? Pandora, Spotify, anywhere where you can download and listen to your internet radio, aka the podcast. Just look for Going Full Nerd. You'll see the nice bright logo, and then you'll be right there. In addition, you can also check out goingfullnerd.com where you can get cool merchandise. Don't let me slow you down. I see you. I see you, Thomas. I see what you did. I see what you did. Trust me, nothing gets by me. Also, goingfullnerd.com will get you some of the news from Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, IDW. Depends on when these jokers send me their press releases, and you could get that information right there. And last but not least, if you're coming across this YouTube channel and looking at this, what I will say, okay, is make sure that you hit the like on this video. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button if if you have not already done so, and ding ding ding, hit the bell so you can get notified whenever I go live or randomly post something else. I've been promising to do it, but I do it every now and then. It all depends on how that 9 to 5 treats me and I got time to do stuff. Ooh. Well, your stuff should be printing and getting ready to ship in the next week or two, Thomas. So, hey, appreciate the support. Okay, guys. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, if you just don't want to take your time and you want to kind of consume stuff, you don't want to go all the way to YouTube, you don't want to have to tune in, you go to goingfullnerd.stream and you can see when I go live. You can also donate to the channel directly. Whew. Anyway, I got a lot of things to do, man. I got a lot of things to do. It gets real busy, and life just comes at you real fast. Real fast. But that's okay. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work out real good. Hey, I got a new headset. I hope this sounds okay. So, it's not that anything was wrong with the old headset. I just wanted to get a second one. Just to make, switch it up every now and then. You know, this is my cool ice winter white headset that I do, So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it. So, what are we gonna talk about today? We did the shameless plug. What are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna chat about? Well, the title of this week's episode is Blood of Zeus. It's a Netflix review. A thin line between love and hate. Some of you may remember that movie. Some of you may remember that movie with Martin Lawrence and Lynn Whitfield. So, I want you to think about that movie. Think a little bit about it. when I talk about this. But let's do a little. Okay, here's a little thing. Stories of Greek gods are in all sorts of media. Okay, everything from movies to comic books. Um, Many superheroes are based upon the Greek gods, and the pantheons. You got the Norse gods with Thor inside, popular with Marvel comics. You got Hercules, Zeus, and all that. So, we get a lot of these things. And this is one of those ancient Greek stories, that kind of make things all, make it all glamorous and make us want to watch it because it should be full of action, surprises, and all that good stuff. So that's cool. But thanks to a recommendation from my man Demand, I was able to go peep out Blood of Zeus. Okay, so the official synopsis of Blood of Zeus, it's a commoner living in ancient Greece. Heron, the hero of our story, discovers his true heritage as a son of Zeus and his purpose to save the world from a demonic army. That's the official synopsis from the Netflix press site. They didn't put much into this at all when it came to a synopsis. I'm like, wow. Wow. But that's the official line. And looking at the official line, when I saw it come through the Netflix press channels, it almost made me let this one slip through the crack. But I think this story teaches a valuable lesson for us guys, and that it may or may not be what you think. But before we get into my review, let's tap on some nerdy news. Okay, we're going to tap on some nerdy news. Okay, so nerdy news this week, we got bad, sad news. Rest in peace, Sean Connery, the best Bond. Okay, Sean Connery passed at the age of 90. Hands down, he was the best James Bond, in my humble opinion. Though Roger Moore is real close, so it's really a toss up between all the rest of the Bonds. Whatever, it's just if it wasn't Sean Connery or Roger Moore, it didn't make a difference. So I will say though, the movie that I like Sean Connery the most in was League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Fight me on that, folks. Fight me on that. That was a bad movie by many critics. Some people didn't like it. I loved it. Matter of fact, I'll probably go watch it later this week. It is what it is. Okay. So, also in this week's nerdy news, which kind of leads in the segue into me giving the review, is that Netflix is now raising their prices. Whew, man, that's going to suck. That's going to really suck, man. Netflix prices go up. They're raising the cost of what I would call the world's most popular streaming service, and us US customers are getting a raise in prices. Okay? We're going to get a raise in prices. Here's the deal. It's going up by $1 a month for the two higher premium plans. Stocks shot up. The price of the stock shot up once that went down. Hell, I got paid. That's what I'm talking about. I own stock. So basically, it's going up to $13.99 and $17.99 per month, respectively. Prior, those plans were $12.99 and $15.99. Basic plan remains at $8.99 per month. It is what it is. I may have to go back and start using some of my alternate means of watching streaming media if these prices go up, or I think I'm going to end up cutting my kids off. That's what it is. I pay so I could get a scene on so many screens. I think I may have to cut them jokers off and be like, yo, you got to get your own Netflix. Be like them Hey Love videos from back in the day. I think I might have to go ahead and do that. But it is what it is, folks. Do what your dollar can handle. And as I take a sip of the adult beverage, let's get into Blood of Zeus. Let's get into Blood of Zeus. All right. Blood of Zeus. This series was actually formerly known as Gods and Heroes. That's what it was advertised as months ago before its release, before it was changed to Blood of Zeus. So, this is the internet's description. This is a American adult animated television series created by, and I'm going to jack up this name, so it is by Vlas Parlapinides. Parlapinides? Parlap. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so George P. All right, for Netflix. It's billed as an 8 episode Netflix original anime. Okay, which I still have to figure out what is the true definition of anime. I know it's the Japanese short version of animation, but I always thought anime was it had to be made in Japan. This was actually made in Texas with finishing in South Korea. It is what it is. Let me see. What's the definition of anime? Anime is hand drawn and computer animation originating from Japan. Okay, okay. Term derived from the English word animation. Okay, I know. Is used in Japanese to describe all animation regardless of style and order. Okay, so we could call everything anime, right? Whatever. Anyway, aside from that, this follows the story of Heron. Heron. And that name just kills me, man. Um, illegitimate son, the illegitimate son of the Greek god Zeus. So listen, let's get to the basis of the story. If you haven't watched it, these are some slight spoilers, but so's history. So it is what it is. Okay, so check this out. Zeus was pretty much creeping all over the place. Zeus was all about going out chasing the women. From what I'm understanding from historical writings and things like that, Zeus had a lot of kids. I mean, even from the stuff that we kind of casually look at, read, and see in movies and television, Zeus gets around. Zeus got around. Zeus was putting the thing on a lot of people, okay, while he was married to the goddess Hera. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay. Zeus found this lady and he was like, oh, I fell in love. And he was disguising himself. So he was basically, this was a rape case, man. I mean, like, Zeus, really, dude? You know, he's like the Greek god. He could have just walked up in the club and been like, yo, I'm Zeus. Lightning bolts, pow. You know, let me holler at you for a minute. Nah, he wants to go into the castle of this dude or go into the palace of this dude, disguised as the dude, and go holler at his wife. I'm like, oh, man. So, so basically, Zeus didn't wrap it up. Zeus got this lady pregnant, and she had twins. Okay? She had twins. And the husband, the true husband, was like, yo, you what? You cheated on me, yo? Oh no. Went berserk, and that basically everything went topsy turvy. Zeus showed up. He's like, yo, you ain't gonna do this to my baby mama. And then the next thing you know, Zeus is there, is like, pow. And you know, he escapes with the baby mama and one of the kids. So the story picks up pretty much years later down the line. The kid is and the moms is having issues. They're actually being guided by Zeus. He's checking up. He's trying to be that good dad, that good non-existent dad, and all that good stuff. Obviously he wasn't paying child support because they was living in poverty and all that. Or maybe he was paying the child support because he was making sure they had stuff. He would show up, use his powers every day. But that ticked Heron off. So this sounds a lot like every other Greek mythology joint ever. But the bottom line is this, okay? Zeus was out getting the cheeks. Okay. And with Zeus going out doing that, he set off a chain of events that was crazy. He set off a chain of events that basically led to what could be an internal civil war of the Greek pantheon because Hera wasn't having it. Hera was like, yo, you got all these illegitimate kids running around, Apollo, Hercules, all these jokers. Ain't none of them my kids. All right. So I'm going to get with the rest of these jokers and I want to show you I was powerful before I even married you. I was the queen before you even came along. And he was like, yo, but I'm Zeus. I'm going to flex up. Baby, you ain't got to sit down before I make change. That's how he was doing. Zeus, that was the wrong thing to do, player. So she was doing everything she could to wipe out old girl, wipe out the sun, and then the twist happened. I'm not going to tell you the twist because I want you to watch this series. I want you to watch it. Okay? This right here, because she was hell bent on making him miserable. All right? She was thing. You know, infidelity is a mess. And Zeus just blew it. All right? Zeus blew it. I'm just But this is it. This 8-episode series, it has it all. It has the action, it has the violence, it has the sex, it has the nudity. So you know for a fact this is not for kids. Do not let your kids watch this unless you just one of them parents. I'm not calling CPS because I ain't see it happen. I don't want to get involved. You go see CPS. You do you. That's your house. The FBI gonna be knocking on, not mine. So the subject matter that it touches base with things like infidelity, revenge, murder, slavery, all that. Bottom line, that's why kids shouldn't be watching it. I mean, if you're progressive, it is what it is. But the thing is this is strictly for adults. It is adult. It's not X-rated or nothing like that. But the subject matter is straight up adult. All right. So here's my review. Here's my thing. The animation style, it takes a little bit to get used to. I am going to say that. Okay. It was smooth. It's clean. The voice acting was on point. I dig the voice acting. It was, decent cast. Everything was cool. It didn't seem like it was flat. It didn't seem like it was dry. It didn't seem like it had issues, problems, or anything like that. So, the likelihood of it getting a second season. Well, I'm going to tell you. I don't think any follow-up story would do the justice that this one did. I don't think that you could go further with the characters that you have, but the writers left it open for that with the ending. It did that, okay? So the door is cracked. You could possibly get a second season out of this, but I think I'm happy with just the one. Now, this is something that I was thinking of and is totally unrelated. Maybe animated movies and animated series are the way to go. With the pandemic going and things the way they are, this seems like it could be a better thing because people could record their lines from a distance. You could do the animation studios, have stuff sent in. Everything's done by computer nowadays. Maybe, maybe not. It is what it is. And maybe we could get some more movies out of it or whatever. But anyway, what do I give Zeus, Blood of Zeus? OG Gods and Heroes. What do I give this? Well, it started off a little slow. First couple of episodes almost lost me. Then it picked up. I got the twist. Started seeing more action. I was like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think this is getting there. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So what do I give Blood of Zeus? Blood of Zeus gets a 4.75 out of 5, only because it started off slow for the first couple of episodes, and I almost lost interest until, wow, they hit me with the twist, with Hera going on thin line between love and hate on Zeus, pulling a Lynn Whitfield like he was Martin Lawrence. The only she burnt down everything. She started tripping. She started getting everybody, fighting everybody. It was looking real good, and the twist at the end, the very end stinger that could possibly get it into a second season, makes it worth the watch. Okay? That's what's up with that. Okay? 4.75 out of 5. It's not perfect, but I still don't think it's going to be a season 2. Oh, let me go ahead and look at some of the chat. You're a little bit behind with me talking, but let's take a look. Hey, appreciate it, Thomas. I like the fact. Hey, if you're going to take some shots, hey, take some good ones. It looks should be, hey, I can dig with that. Hey, this is what it would look like if Kratos was a good boy. You know what? I'm not a God of War type thing, but they had Ares in here, and Ares was looking kind of hot. They could do a series on that Ares that they had inside of this series, and it would be straight. Ooh, your office called you during the podcast. Don't worry. I got my peeps. They watching the podcast and they ain't even talking in the live chat, but they want to make my make my messenger ring all the time during the podcast. I don't know why. Just sit and watch quietly. Sit and watch quietly, or join in the chat. Oh man, what's going on? Yo, yeah, Leave of the Extraordinary Gentleman did need a part 2, but Sean Connery gone. Not happening. Is what it is. Darn. Whoo. Let's see what else. Uh, Talking about Castlevania. I've got to watch the original Castlevania. I have not watched it on Netflix, and they said it was real good. I got to get on that. Hey, you were talking about the review of Hellstrom. I did that 2 weeks ago. Go back through the videos on YouTube. I started talking about Hellstrom. I started looking at a few of the episodes. I still haven't finished it. I kind of binge watched Blood of Zeus, but I need to finish binge watching Hellstrom and give y'all a closure on that one. I do need to do that. But anyway, everybody, that's all I got. I got my adult beverage. It gets hot in my office. I'm getting ready to cut y'all loose. But as always, I like to say, my mantra is if you can't say something nice about anybody, don't say anything at all. Send it to me. I'll say it for you. If you haven't already done so, please, please, please get out and vote on November 3rd. You can't complain if you didn't put your 2 cents in. Yo, this is your boy Onyx at Going Full Nerd. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Oh, let's see what else we can do. Take a sip. We're going to hit that funky outro music. We're going to hit that funky. I'm going to switch up the outro music and then we'll fade it out. Let's try it because I know you want it. You want it. Want it. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and checking out the show. Hey, I'm trying to make that last minute decision. Next week is the Gaming for Kids for Extra Life. I can either do it next Saturday or I can do it the weekend after. I'm really thinking about doing it the weekend after just because. And you get to watch me play games like Call of Duty. You also get to watch me play games like Madden 21. Maybe NBA 2K20. Hopefully I can get one of those brand new Xboxes and do an unboxing or give a tour of it when I get that stuff done. Oh, man. Whew, American anime. Yeah, I see those chats. But hey, remember everybody, like, share, subscribe, send this over to your friends. Check out some of the other videos that get recommended and give me your ideas. I do listen. Peace, y'all, and I'm out of here.